What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Midwest Podcast. It's uh, it's me, Aces Beeman, with Mr. Sir, if he will introduce himself.
I'm Aureum Risus.
Yes, sir. Arm's on his phone today. Reason why we haven't done a second episode in so long, I got COVID after the first episode, and then Arm got blessed with a baby daughter. So, yeah.
No.
The daughter's name's actually no, I'm not gonna even say that because that's for you to disclose. Um,
Yeah.
but anyways, we're recording this after Pokemon Day, right? And we got a lot to talk about with Pokemon, bro.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my first question. All right, what are your thoughts on BDSP? Like,
Honestly,
I know that doesn't relate to Pokemon Day, but since it's been so long, you know what I mean.
yeah, I love the remake. Honestly.
You know that's fair for me. I was personally disappointed by them, hardcore. I
Yeah,
was
I know a few people did it, but
like, for me,
Pokemon can't do it.
like I made a whole like video on it, right? But like for me, I just like the thing with every remake is that every previous remake at least added something to the previous, like, added something to it, right? BDSP is literally just copy and paste with a new paint job. Like, it's so copy and paste that it had a ton of glitches on release as well. You know what I mean? So it's just like I was really disappointed by it. Just because
Yeah,
I was
I have my thoughts honestly about that.
sorry, my mom. Anyways, um, but yeah, it's just I was basically paying $60 for the exact same game, 20 years later, basically, and
Plus, I
yeah, it was.
some more customization.
Yeah, it was just
I do
disappointing.
wish they did more customization and stuff, but
Yeah. However, past BDSP, there was Legends Arceus, and my God, I love Legends Arceus. Best Pokemon game of all time.
I just beat the first game like 2 days ago. I haven't so
Okay,
trouble.
by beat, do you mean like everything within the game, like post game as well, or like the main story?
Mainly just the story because I want to
Okay,
get that going
because
and
I
then
am I am super close to beating the game like 100%.
I had so much trouble with the final fight. I'm just like, let me beat this. I literally grinded on this for like.
Um, sorry, my dad was telling me good night. Uh, anyways, but yeah, um, Legends was just really fun. I love the new mechanics. Shiny hunting's great in the game. I thought the story was awesome because this game was definitely targeted towards the older audience. I mean, it had a super mature topic for a Pokemon game, right? Which was like lore based off religion, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, give us more lore.
yeah, it was really really cool. The post game's really awesome too. I can't wait for you to experience that.
Yeah, I'm just working on catching all the Pokemon so I can just
Yeah,
go ahead and Arceus.
yeah. Um, Legends Arceus, great game, highly suggested. I like it does have its flaws, but it did a lot of things right. So I was really happy with Legends Arceus. I got like a 14-minute video on my channel talking about everything I love about it. Um, yeah, no, Legends was great. I love a lot of the Hisuian forms. Like Hisuian Zoroark is so badass.
Yeah,
um,
I got half my team is pursuing forms. I got the Sugawai, Overquill and Arcanine.
Overquill's a W, yeah. No, just great game, great game. Anyways, to the main part of this podcast, the new games, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. My
I'm
man's,
also excited.
I'm so hyped because it's a okay. So you know how Legends Arceus was an open world game?
Yeah, this one is too.
Yeah, but here's the difference between it, right? Legends Arceus open world style was more like Monster Hunter, where it was open world areas, right? From what I heard, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet are like truly open world. Like it's not restrictive at all. You know what I mean? So
I wonder how that thing works for like
that,
gyms if we're keeping
and
them.
then on top of that, the trailers look beautiful. I really like the starters. We got Fuecoco, Sprigorito, or how I can't, Sprigor, I can't say it. The cat, and then we got Quaxley, and I love the starter trio so much.
Which one do you think you're gonna get right now? Just from the first stage.
Based off the base forms, I like the grass one most. They're all
Yeah,
really good, but I like the grass one the most.
like I'm somewhat iffy because I'm just like it looks like just half as clean. I'm like for once I'm not too thrilled about the grass starter, but I'd rather have the grass starter than the other two.
Yeah. No, I think this is the strongest starter trio we've had in a decent bit. Um, the games look beautiful. I like how and the thing is it'll more than likely look better by the time the games come out. Um, I'm really interested because it's based in Spain, right? Which is super cool. There's a lot of things they can go off of with that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm just really hyped. The only thing I didn't really like was the character models because the character models are in that gray area of where it's like, okay, it you can, because the thing with all the character models is they previous games, right? You know they're fake because they look cartoonish, right? And that's fine, right? And then with games where they look really realistic, you can tell it looks good because it looks realistic, right? The character models, they're like near that gray area of it's not realistic enough, but it doesn't look fake enough type thing. You know what I mean? It just looks weird, but I'm not gonna trip over that too much. It's just I'm not a huge fan of the character models personally. But that's like my
Yeah.
only complaint because it looks so good, and I'm expecting it to be really fun. I can't wait to see the box art legendaries because
Oh, it
bro,
can be really good. It's colors again. It's not like
yeah,
just red and blue where it wasn't really a box legendary.
yeah. Another fun fact that actually Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet are the first Pokemon games to have colors as their name since Pokemon Black and White 2.
Yep, so that's been
Which I think is pretty crazy because that's a long ass time. Um,
yeah, so that's 4 generations. So that's like almost 10 years of anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really cool. I what do you think the starters like final evolutions typings will be?
The only one that I've heard that's most likely guaranteed is the Crockery. People are already saying most likely it's going to be once again another water flying type.
Interesting.
People are still iffy on the second most I've heard of is the fire one. It looks like a ghost pepper, but I think it's going to be like fire ghost.
Yeah, I've heard that
Also
one.
because the face looks like it has a skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly don't know for
The grass one.
Sprig. Yeah, I don't know for Sprig.
Right,
Unless it's going to be a pure draft type.
here's what I think. I think the water ones actually become water dark. Now, the reason why I say this is a lot of people point out that while that like the top of the water starter's head looks like a um sailor's hat, which is true, right? So I can see it just being pure water. But even then, right, I feel like it'll be water dark because to me it also looks like a mob boss haircut. And if you don't know, like, I mean, a mafia boss haircut. And if you don't know, the mafias are like Italian. And while this is based in Spain, right? You know, I'm assuming they'll make Pokemon based off the Mediterranean as a whole. You know what I mean? So um, I think Water Dark could work, and it'd be some sort of like mafia boss type Pokemon, or it'll become Water Dark because pirates and conquistadors and all that. So I think Water Dark is possible. Grass, I think Grass Fairy. Honestly, it looks like it's gonna become a fairy type with how cute it is, right? And I see it becoming a fairy type. I don't know
Yeah, I
why.
already heard that like so again, like I already heard one a few
Yeah,
people be like, "If this cat, I swear to God, if it goes by pill, you are gonna write."
yeah. I hope the cat stays on four legs. Um, Then for the fire one,
People are already,
honestly, I think it'll be pure fire. But if it had to get a second typing, I don't know why, but I feel like it would be fire ground. Like,
that always makes sense.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm just really hyped. I can't wait to see these evos. And the funny thing is with Fuecoco, the fire type one, right? When I first saw it, I was like, dang, that looks really goofy and weird. I'm not sure if I like it. And now today I look at it, I'm like, it's precious. I love it. It's just so cute.
I know someone I saw a comment on someone's reaction. They're like, "Finally, Pokemon actually looks like Pokemon
Yeah.
instead of having this look like household Tetris."
Yeah. Um. What else is there? There's See, the thing is with the trailer,
Um,
there's not a lot to go off of because it didn't show a ton. But one thing I will say is, what do you think the legendary typings will be? I definitely think one of them's gonna be psychic type, with hands down. Like
hmm.
I like the one for Violet. I'm confident in saying will be psychic type. Um,
Either will be something maybe just like maybe poison.
Poison.
What even is like what do creatures or what signifies things?
Yeah, yeah. I think
So
right now I can't really judge it super hard. I feel like now obviously they're probably gonna be dual typed, but I'm only gonna pick one type for each game, just because that's easier. The Violet mascot will be Psychic type, and the Scarlet mascot I think will either be Electric or Fire type.
yeah,
That sounds kind of cliche. It's because you're going based off the colors, but there's really nothing else to go based off other than the colors of the logo. You know what I mean?
yeah, unless you have no like I don't know traditions and Spain or something like that, because usually they go on their traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like Gallo had their like heroes with the
Yeah.
sword and stuff. Black and white have the dragons.
Hmm. Yeah. It's really. I'm really hyped for them. I do think the release is super early. Like I was expecting, like middle 2023 instead of late 2022 since Legends just came out. But I'm
Yeah,
fine with more Pokemon games. It's just I was shocked. I was like, but I'm fine with it.
the thing is though, like you said, it's so early. Like you just got Arceus, and I don't know. I feel like Pokemon is sooner or later gonna like suffocate us with the content that they're making because we now are about to get Alola in Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah, they're definitely giving us a lot of content, which I'm fine with. You know what I mean? Like we got BDSP, then short after we got Arceus. You know, and then short after Arceus, we're gonna get Scarlet and Violet. Um, but and I'm fine with that. I just hope it doesn't stay like that, because I don't want the developers overworked. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. So like figuring out like, oh, Pokemon's working like overtime and stuff. They're working with staff like crazy.
Hmm.
EDSP was worked on by a different company. Pokemon was just there to be like, okay, it's good.
Yeah, I felt that. I felt that.
So so they could focus on Arceus. Now all they have to worry about right now is working on Scarlet and Violet while also thinking of what's going to add to Arceus. Like so they add DLCs and stuff.
Yeah, I felt that. I felt that. Um, like it. I hope these games deliver. Like I'll be very like I'm expecting them to at the very least be middle of the road. You know what I mean? Like if they're X and Y or Sword and Shield level bad, I'm gonna be very very disappointed. But based off what I've seen so far, I'm confident in saying it's gonna be a higher tier game in the Pokemon franchise. Um,
Yeah, like
but yeah,
Pokemon's working like that.
yeah, I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped for it. I'm really interested in how they do the story. It'll be really, really cool. Like, the reason why I like that it's in Spain is because Spanish culture is so interesting. So, like, the legendaries and the story can be, like, it could equate to Spanish culture so well, and it will make very unique looking Pokemon. Like, one of the legendaries could be based off, like, Quetzalcoatl, which would be badass as hell.
I think it's technically we already have one that's based off that good old Lord Rayquaza.
Well, yeah,
Like it wasn't
Rayquaza is basically Quetzalcoatl too. Yeah, you right, but it's just I'm really hyped because I feel like because I'm gonna be real, right? Gen 8 probably has my least favorite decks in terms of Pokemon design, right? It has some gems, but it's not my favorite out there, right? But with the fact that it's based in Spain, there's some very unique designs they could, and I feel like this could be one of the stronger decks in the series.
yeah.
Um, One thing I hope they do, I think they won't do this, but I hope they keep like Legends Arceus catching mechanics where you can like catch them in the overworld. Like I think that is really cool. I don't think they're going to based off wording on their website, but I did really like the overworld not having to engage in battle catching features of Legends Arceus. I did really enjoy that. So I hope they keep that for this game. I'll probably do a wish list video for this game to be honest, but yeah, it's I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Scarlet and Violet to say the least.
Yeah, trust me, I too. I think oh, I was like, one of my managers at my work. They're somewhat Pokemon fan, so I told them about it, and they're like, I don't think I'm gonna get started in Violet. I'm like, yeah. But they haven't even got ahead and Arceus. So, like, after this, they gave up after trying to take down Cynthia and BDSP.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of BDSP, I already did the Shaman event in my Brilliant Diamond copy, um, which is really cool. I'm glad we finally got that. I can't wait for the Darkrai event. Um, yeah, uh, it's really cool. Um, what I am glad about is even though they did announce Scarlet and Violet, they still put some attention to Legends Arceus, and instead of making it paid DLC, they gave us new content, right, via an free update, which was really cool. They gave us new side quests and gave us a whole brand new feature of the game with just one update. That was sick. I was like, yes, Game Freak, yes. Because that's just never been done before. Because Pokemon, it's either a whole third version of the game or it's paid DLC, Here, they're just like, all right, you're not getting as much new content, but you're still getting new content, right? And it's a free update. That was awesome. I definitely think Game Freak is slowly and surely improving because like Game Freak's golden era, kind of like Pokemon's golden era ended after like Black and White 2 for me, right? Because X and Y was just hot garbage, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was pretty good. I'm just not a big fan of Hoenn. Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon were really good. Then Sword and Shield was hot. No, then Let's Go was okay. Wasn't a fan of it really. Sword and Shield, bad. BDSP disappointing, but Arceus really was a big comeback for Game Freak in my opinion, and I really and I definitely think they're slowly and surely getting better, because ever since they transitioned to 3D, it's kind of fallen off. I feel like they're finally mastering, 3D games.
Yeah, so like training X and Y was a good test there.
Yeah.
And then they always kind of did better a little bit after we just made them a little shorter.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield we all thought was like the peak of their 3D, but then they gave us Arceus.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, it's it's crazy. It's crazy because I'm gonna explain a little bit on why BDSP is so disappointing for me, right? Um, I was waiting for Gen 4 remakes for 5 years. 5 years, right? And it was like that. That's just the biggest. That's probably the biggest reason why BDSP was so disappointing. I was waiting for a long time, and then I got the glitchy mess that I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had expectations and they didn't deliver that much.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really hoping Scarlet and Violet don't disappoint. I'm optimistic about it. But I'm also like, how when you're optimistic about something, like you're like, okay, I have hope for this, but you're not like putting, you're not putting, like all your confidence in it being really good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. I have hope for it, but I'm skeptical that it will execute correctly. And if it does, then I hope Game Freak keeps going with it. I hope Nintendo doesn't release a new console soon because I don't want to buy another new console to play more Pokemon games. I hope we stay on the Switch for a little bit longer.
Yeah, like just make like upgrades like they did with the red and stuff like that.
Yeah, because if you didn't notice, other than the Game Boy games, like the first 3 gens, right? We've always gotten 2 gens for each system, right? So we had Fire Red, we had Red, Blue, and Yellow on the Game Boy. Then we had, Gold, Silver, Crystal on the Game Boy Color. Then we had the Gen 1 remakes and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald on Game Boy Color, right? After that, we've had 2 generations of Pokemon games per console. So the DS had Gen 4 and Gen 5. 3DS had Gen 6, Gen 7. This is Gen 9. So I'm hoping Gen 10 isn't on a new console. You know what I mean? Like, I hope the pattern finally breaks because I feel like there's no point in making a new console right now.
I think Pokemon already broke a bunch of patterns. Like in 8, you were supposed to get a new Eevee. You did not.
Yeah.
The remakes, they broke the pattern too because Gen 4 was supposed to be remade in like Gen 7, Gen 6 or 7, one of those.
Yeah.
So they're breaking patterns, just who knows what other patterns they can break or what.
Yeah. Then you got freaking what else? It. And then another reason why it'd probably be pointless to release a new console for Nintendo, right? You just released the Switch OLED, like.
Yeah, it just came out with the upgrade.
You know, like you just basically released the Switch Pro type thing. So it's like there's definitely no reason to release a new console in the next 2-3 years. Um, yeah, that's basically all I really wanted to say. It's a shorter episode, but that's all I really wanted to say about everything I saw.
Like,
Since there's not much to go off of.
yeah, there's not much Pokemon. It could just be what else?
Yeah,
Or
there's
like
not.
movie wise, you got some good movies.
Yeah, there's not a ton to go off of. Before we end the episode, though, I want to say, you've seen Venom, right? You've seen the new Venom movie already? Like, finally?
Yeah, I've seen the new Venom, and I've seen No Way Home. So,
Yes, sir, bro. No Way Home's the best movie of all time. Venom is great. I'm glad you finally saw those movies. One was fucked up, though. Since I had COVID, I got COVID. I got COVID the week of No Way Home release, right? So I had to wait like 2 more weeks before I could actually go see it, even though I planned to see it release day. That sucked.
I had to watch it with a friend on the computer on a site.
Yeah, but that's all I really wanted to cover for this episode. It is a shorter episode, probably better for my computer, for for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I say we end it here. This episode here. It wasn't long, but I think it was quality.
about the actually.
Yes, sir. So yep. Um, subscribe to Arm. Obviously, link will be in the description and whatnot. The next episode will be on his channel whenever we do that. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is the Midwest podcast signing out.